What's up, you guys? It's Matt here. So I decided to buy something else. I wouldn't say it's necessarily buying something because I know when you think about buying something, you're taking the money that you have right now and you're buying whatever you could buy, right? You're taking money from your bank account, you're purchasing something new, adding it to your portfolio. However, when I made that video talking about I have had too many coins, right? Or I had a lot of coins. I don't think it was too many, but I did talk about how I had a certain threshold or a certain level to have coins at. And anything that was under $300, I wanted to make sure that I I kind of consolidated that or give me $300 worth of something else. I always want to have a minimum. I don't want to sit here and have a low amount and have a lot of crypto dust, which honestly I do have a ton of crypto dust. Um, so with that being said, seeing that portfolio and the video and breaking some of these things down outside of my top positions, um, I looked at it and I said, you know what? I need to take some of these coins that are at under $100 or $200 or $300 or whatever, and I need to consolidate them. So I decided to consolidate those coins into HBAR. And I'll tell you the reason why I decided to do that within this video and my expectations just looking at the overall position and exactly where I believe that to go. So if you guys could, make sure you hit the like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit the notification bell for more of these videos. Also, make sure you check out some of the links that are down below. It does help out the channel. And if you guys want to follow me on Twitter or follow me on Patreon, those links are in the description. Now, don't forget about my link for Margex if you guys want to start trading a lot of different cryptocurrencies. I don't believe you can trade HBAR over there, but you can trade things like BTC, Ethereum, BNB at 100x leverage, things like XRP, Jasmy Coin, Solana at a 50x leverage, and things like Shiba Inu, Pepe, and Dogecoin at a 25x leverage up to. I never recommend that anybody trades at a 25x leverage or 50 or 100 unless you have a foolproof plan, a solid plan to bounce or to see it pull back from a certain level depending on if you're buying or selling the market. I always recommend 5 to 10x leverage. It gives you a lot of room, a lot of wiggle room if you don't understand leverage trading so that you don't just get liquidated completely quickly, right? If you get into there and you're just like, I'm going to do a 50x leverage because Matt did a 50x leverage. Don't do that, right? Learn about leverage trading. Do a 5x leverage. You'll understand it a little bit better. Start with a low amount of money. You'll do great. But if you rush it, you will not do great and you will give up very fast. So make sure you understand it a little bit and find your strategy, the best strategy that works for you. So with all that being said, like I said, I went over to my assets in Coinbase. And I know I'm not finished. There's some assets that actually are still at a lower level, but I went over to my assets in Coinbase and I, broke down some of the positions that I do have. Like I currently have still XRP, I have CRO, I have Jasmy Coin, Litecoin, and all of that. And then I went down to HBAR and I had about $260 worth of HBAR. And I was like, all right, you know what? I'll go ahead and buy some more a while ago, but I was like, maybe I should just go ahead and put that into something else. And I did, and totally forgot about having HBAR here. Now, I did have other positions that were lower than this, but I said, let me go ahead and consolidate those things. I could have consolidated them all into one that I believed in, but I wanted to put them all into another one that I felt like had the popularity to push a little bit more, as well as have that kind of same click or same build or movement to anything else that I have. And I was always thinking CRO. I was always thinking, CASPA. I was always thinking those levels because of the level of supply as well as the market cap that it is at. So you see here that I now have 7,527 HBAR that's here. My plan, and I know people have a plan of this going a lot further than this, my plan is to see this at a value of about $1. That's kind of the goal with a lot of positions, especially under $1, is to reach $1, which would be about a 10x return from where we are right now. Meaning that if I said about a 10x, not exactly. So meaning that if we have 7,527, that will be $7,527. Simply put, right? It's going to be a decent size gain from here as it does get to those levels. I saw some things within HBAR and that really spoke to me. I would say the whole time definitely spoke to me at 56 days. Would like to see it longer, but still, it's still at a good point. 56 days means that people hold it for a longer period of time. It is at a $4 billion market cap, again, giving me those vibes of like CRO or CASPA or things like that, where it has so much more potential to run chart wise and area wise and popularity wise. That's kind of what I'm looking for, not necessarily the massive use case with it at all, because honestly, just to be completely honest, I have not dove into or dove into HBAR as much as I wanted to, understanding what the potential use case could be. Mainly was for the movement, the chart, the popularity, the hold time, those things that are there, more investing for the outside and not for the long term here. However, I can say that I possibly will have some for the long term if we hit that level of $1. It's not something that I'm looking to stagger in collecting my initial investment unless it absolutely blows up, right? So as it gets to $1, I may end up taking half of that and be comfortable with the fact that I tripled or quadrupled my investment, which is fantastic. But then everything else can sit there depending on what I look into as the use case. Just to be completely honest, I don't want to throw anything out there saying that I completely researched this and understood it at its fullest extent. I did it, right? I didn't fully research it. I should. I know people tell me about it all the time. And they're like, you need to look into this. You need to look into this connection and all of this. And I'm just like, let me take a step back because I'm looking into way too many projects and focusing on the use case of way too many projects, especially with how many coins that I have. So we're seeing $82 million in volume, 56 days of typical hold time, and you have 71% of the circulating supply that's out there. Again, you're seeing the same thing at which you have 50 billion total coins. I've seen nothing but, positive things about HBAR to where people have told me, look, this is where I see this going price wise. If we look at the last 7 days, it is down by 6%. So it may be a better time to invest. If we look at the last month, it's up by 32 or 33% from this 8 cent level all the way up to where we are now. Now, again, this was a consolidation. It wasn't a brand new buy. So if it does look like it's going to pull back and it does pull back, then fine. That happens. But I'm in it for more of like where it's going to be, not necessarily the full long term, but it may be a year. It may be a year and a half, but I'm not really looking hard at 5 years at the moment. There may be a time where I come on here and say, hey, this is what I see with an HBAR. It's because I've looked into it a little bit more. But this is primarily just from an investment standpoint and could be short-term investment standpoint. We look at the last year, it's up 110% from this 5 cent level, kind of, again, giving me the vibes of CRO in the price movement and the places that it's been. But this was up to a 50 cent price before. I would imagine it had less supply that was there, but a 50 cent price before. And yes, you did look at a $6.8 billion market cap at that level, which obviously at a 50 cent price, you would see a lot higher of a market cap based on half of this supply. Because if it's at $1, right? If it's at $1, it would be 35 billion. And if it's at 50 cents, it would be half of that. For some reason, can't do the math, but it would be half of that. So yeah, basically, you've seen some dilution that has happened within this, and you probably will see more dilution as time goes on. But the dilution is happening within more of a bull market than it is a bear market. So again, this shows me some potential of where it can go, not just to all-time highs, but a lot further than that. So I decided to consolidate and put that money into HBAR from my Coinbase account. Not a crazy level that I put in there. Literally just took like an extra $500, $600 and threw that, into here from all of those other positions, which some of them were like PundyX. I can't remember any of the other ones. I might have had OMG Network, but like I said, I can't remember exactly how much I held, but I know that these have a large potential to run, a large potential to grow. So we'll see how it plays out. Let me know if you're a big fan of HBAR. Obviously, if we get a good amount of views on this video, then people are fans of HBAR. But I only have about $800 worth right now. And if it does decide to come back, there may be an opportunity to get a little bit more depending on the popularity and what I see within it as I look into it. But that's what I have here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. I'm going to get out of here, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya.